where should we run this? This is really not good, is it? Oh no, that's a waste of time. We're going to run it around the top. We can always move these if we need to. Okay, and we don't want them overlapping if we can avoid it as well. Okay, so we're going to run this over here and connect it up to this area. Something like that. That'll do. Okay. Right, so these have now got power, and as you can see, they're starting to pump out all the raw ore over here. Raw ore is not useful. Let's just put it that way. I think 5 of those machines for now is enough for an upgrade, so we're going to grab all these plates. And in fact, we're probably going to need to restructure this entirely. But that's okay. I think this is going to be fine. Maybe. I think I might do some of the ore refining over this side, actually. Just because it's going... We're going to go a bit more space on this side is basically the only reason I'm saying that. Let's go over here. We're going to route all this ore around this way. Thinking about this, we're going to need a little bit of space here. I think if we bring it round to here like that, that should be enough room. We'll see. It'll be fine. Okay, and we're going to use some normal inserters now. So we're going to get maybe 5 of these, 4 or 5. And we're going to tell them to take all this ore off of the belt and put them into things. But before we do that, we actually need to craft some more of these. So let's make maybe 5 of these. That's probably enough for now. We don't have any better furnaces. We can upgrade them eventually, but for now this is pretty much all we've got. Okay, so let's do that. We're then going to put down a couple more of these inserters with some more of the treadmill along here, which we're going to have to connect up to the power lines because these type of inserters don't run on coal. They run on electricity. So let's do it. So we're going to bring this down here like that, get rid of that one, and then link up the power like this. Is that going to work? Oh, we'll shove another one down there. We can always replace them in the future. Cool, okay, so these are all now slowly, catchy monkey, burning these, but we do need to get some coal in here still because they're run on coal, which is, again, a massive pain in the arse. So let's do that. Okay, what have we got now? We've got optics. We can maybe start working on one of these other ones. Turrets, not very useful. Kills things, obviously. It obviously is useful, but maybe not so much right now. I think we're just going to leave the research, because at this point in time, we need to focus on just getting things running. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to have a burner inserter going from here. In fact, we don't even need to use the burner inserters, do I? Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do then. We're going to bring it down here like this, the coal. We're going to replace that. We're going to put a little thing there like that. We might as well replace all of these, seeing as it makes no difference whatsoever which ones we use. I suppose they're slightly more expensive, but it doesn't really matter. They are also more efficient because they don't run on coal. So let's do that. So we're going to put that in there and replace those couple up there like that. Might as well move the power cable so it does all of these at the same time. And link it up like that. Perfect. Okay. Right, so these now are also going to need a load of inserters. So let's get another load of these. We are going to have to use some more iron in order to do that, but that's fine. Let's grab that. There's loads of iron waiting for us. And in fact, we should probably go and empty this, seeing as the copper plates are almost full again. We've got so much copper. Look at this. Crazy. Okay, so let's now put all of this coal into these furnaces. I was wondering what was going on then, whether it was going to fit into all of them, but it was fine. Don't know why I worry so much. What a mess of cables, but it's okay. Right, so now we've got this set up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dismantle this one because it's pretty redundant now. We've got a slightly more efficient version. These burner miners and burner things over here, just completely pointless. Let's just get rid of them. Okay, right, and we're going to pretty much do the same with the copper. Once we've got all of this upgraded a little bit, we can start doing some more interesting things with the whole automation thing. So let's do that. It's also going to reduce the amount of coal that's being split around the base, which is obviously a good thing. Okay, so let's start thinking about doing this over here. In fact, we could start automating this, couldn't we? Assembly machine. What do we need for the science files? We only need copper plates and iron gear wheels. Yeah, okay. We can probably do that, and we can make some of these long-handed inserters as well to start moving this about. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're going to make 3 of these, because that's probably a good idea. How much have we got in the queue here? It does take a little while. We need another one of those. We're definitely going to need another lab as well, because this is far too slow, and we're going to have to move the lab up here. So let's just go and grab that. We're going to move it into a more efficient position for our base. Let's pick it up and run back over this way. As you can see, we've got a bit of a basic setup, but we're slowly getting there. Now we've got the automation running. It's all fine and dandy. So this coal eventually is going to have to be moved, just because generally it is terrible for running things, and eventually we are going to run nothing on coal, hopefully, aside from the power in general. Okay, we do need some more fuel in here though. I suppose we can just start manually inserting that again. It doesn't really matter if we have to do that. But what we are going to do is we're going to use these long-handed inserters to drag all of the iron plates that we've produced out of these machines. And actually we're going to have to completely change the setup here because we need some space to put the power cables in, which I did not consider whatsoever. But that's okay. We can just bung a power cable in the middle here like this. And then another one down here. Yeah, okay, that'll do. So let's escape that. We'll put down another one of these over here like this. We might as well have 6 going. We're going to need a load of iron. Okay, right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to set these up. Again, taking some more of this iron off of this conveyor belt over here. So let's start making a few more of these transport belts. We're then also going to need a few more of these inserters. God, you need so much in this game to get things working. But it's okay. Right, so we're going to bring the coal down here as well, so we can start loading these up. We might as well start doing that right now. I think this is probably the most efficient layout for this. And then we're going to start dragging all of this iron out of these furnaces like this onto this other conveyor belt over here. Now these extended arms, they have a longer reach, obviously that is the whole point of them. And that is basically going to allow us to start automating this a little bit more. It's all about making things work on their own. Although we are not going to be able to automate this one because I've put it in a really dumb place. So if we just switch these inserters around, that should be okay. So we're going to need another one of these. We're going to need another power line up here as well. God, this is a mess, isn't it? We can put this one here, and maybe put this one here. Dear God, what am I doing with myself? Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Can't deliberate too much. It's going to look like absolute balls at this point in the game. Who cares? Doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got all of this iron on here, which is being produced. So good stuff. Okay, so next we're going to put down a load of these assembly machines. However, this is all in the way because I, again, didn't plan ahead, but it's okay. Probably got enough coal down there for now just to fuel everything, but we're going to have to move this along to the left a little bit more. But let's just start putting this down because it'd be more interesting than watching me doing more conveyor belts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for assembly machines a little bit like this. Again, not the most efficient layout. It'd actually be better if we move them down slightly. But we can always move these burners up if we need to at some point. Okay, that sounds better. And we're going to need a load more iron in order to do this. Let's just start grabbing all of this off the conveyor belt. In fact, what we could do right now is just put a little chest at the end of this so that they start putting things into there instead. Yeah, okay, let's do that. That sounds like a good idea because it's going to allow us to not have these blockages, which is really bad because it means that all of your stuff basically isn't being produced. If it has nowhere to move, it won't be produced. So let's start bunging it into one of these chests, which we can link up like this. And then aside from that, we're going to need a few inserters going into these machines, like this. Maybe we'll put these ones in the middle. So what we're doing here is these assembly machines, we're going to tell them to start making, what are we making? Some of these science packs. So we're also going to need some copper plates, which we're going to have to sort out as well in a minute. But for now, we got this sorted, which is a good first step. Okay, so let's start removing some of these conveyor belts here as well, because these are completely useless. And instead what we're going to do is we're going to bring all of these down from the top on the left-hand side. So let's get all of these conveyor belts and we're going to extend it up this way instead this time, moving it along, and then we can link this network back up over here like this. Cool. Okay, so all that coal's going to start coming back down again, fueling this little area. We are going to need to link this up a little bit differently, but that's fine. We need to make a few more of these conveyor belts because you always need the damn transport belts. And we're going to move this down like that and put one of these inserters here like so, and then link these up like this. Cool, okay. So the next order of business is also to put down a load of power for these things. So we're going to put down just a couple of pylons like this. Okay, good stuff. So these are now being powered. We need to tell them that we want specifically the cogs to be made. Oh, that's it. We need the iron gear wheels, don't we? That's what we're doing. We don't need the science packs at all. So let's start doing that. Completely lost what I was doing. Unfortunately, in this mod pack, the texture pack makes it look like the science pack. How many words pack did I just say there? Look exactly the same between the iron gear wheel and the science pack, so it's very easy to get confused. But maybe not if you're an idiot, which unfortunately I am. So let's go for more of these. We're going to grab 3 of these inserters to take things out of this little area, and we're going to bring them up this way instead. So let's do that. Cool, we're also going to need a load more of these. But for now, let's just pick all this stuff out of the chest. We've got loads of iron plates in there because we're not using it. We're going to make a load of these conveyors as well. Okay, we're going to start extending this up here. So these are making the cogs, which is obviously great for us, because that's one of our components we need to make these science packs automatically. So now what we need to do is put down some more power over here like this. They're going to start putting all the cogs down on this little mechanism, and we can then bring these a little bit further up. I'm going to stagger them slightly this time. I want to use plenty of space so that we don't need to worry about future expansion if we need to put down more of these cog machines, for example. So now what we need to do is need to make a few more of these assembly machines. In order to do that, we're going to need a load more iron plate, but that's okay. So we're going to grab 3 more of those and put them up here. Right, okay, we're slowly getting there. So we've got the cogs, which are going to go into these assembly machines, which we're going to put up here like this. I've only got one of them crafted as of yet, but that's fine. So we're going to set in this assembly machine that we want the Science Pack 1s to be created. And then we can do the same for that one, and also put down this one and do the same for that. Okay, and then into here we can start importing all of these cogs, because these cogs, they're one of the major components that we need to use. Let's do it like that. Okay, so that's one component done. So the other thing that we need to make for the Science Pack 1 are the copper plates. So we're going to need a load of iron to start upgrading all of this into our lovely automatic electric pump like over this side. So let's start doing that, shall we? Oh, this one here isn't powered. That's a bit sad. Power sad! So let's do it. That's not the right thing at all. So put that down over there like so. Why has this got no power? Oh, it's not linked up. Okay, that'd be why, you idiot. Right, okay then. So let's start putting down some more of these electric drills, for which we are going to need some steel or iron. So let's make 3 more of those. Probably 4 of these is enough. How many have we got over here? 5. Let's make 5. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so we've got a load of these electric mining drills. We're going to do it a little bit like... Where's the best place to do this, actually? Is it over here? Maybe? Maybe like this? Oh, but that's going to cause some problems. Let's just get rid of this coal over here for now. Else it's going to be pumping all of its copper ore onto this conveyor belt like a fool. In fact, it's not its fault at all. It's my fault for being an idiot. But that's fine. We need mostly iron in order to craft all these items, so we don't need to worry about losing our copper production for a little bit of time. Let's just move that up one more square like that. And we could probably do with getting rid of all of this. Let's just do it right now. We're going to go for the mass upgrades. Concentration in this game. I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of music in, because unfortunately the music in the game is almost non-existent, which is kind of a sad thing. I'm going to have to find some cool retro sort of midis that I can play 10-second loops over and over again. Right, okay. So let's grab all of these things up here. It's taking a little while to pick them up, but that's fine. And then we can start putting down some more of these burners over here, these drills even. So let's rotate this around so it's pointing in the same direction. Should we just make another one? Nah, it's fine. Okay. And we're going to bring all of this ore up here like this and move this coal back a little bit. Okay, and we need another one of those down there like that, and a few more of these power cables to link it all up. And in fact, we've run out of wood, so let's go on this hunt for some wood. There's a little bit here. There's not many forests around here, is there? I suppose it is a bit of a desert, but it really matters. So let's just build all of these that we can, because there's pretty much no other useful wood at this point in time. And we're going to put down another one of these over here like that, and another one there, and another one there. Right, okay. So, things are looking good. We've got a load of copper ore coming up. We're going to do the same sort of deal over here with this. So let's do our smelting over on this part here instead. So we're going to want a load of things inserting fuel and also the copper ore into these furnaces. How many have we got up here? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yes, we need to leave the gap though, don't we? I'm such a fool. I'm a fool of a toque. Okay, so let's do that. Grab these back up. We're going to put down one over here like that. Going to leave a 1 gap in between, like so, and then replace them down a little bit like this. We might as well make 1 more because we're going to need them at some point. Okay, there we go. Right, so we now need to make a load of these inserters, which is going to require a load of iron. Again, you see how it's going, but we're building it up slowly. Look at this. We're well on the way to sorting it out. So let's make a load of those, make a load of transport belts as well. We're going to get rid of these, because the coal is going to come around this side instead. So let's start inserting some of the fuel in here that we need. Okay, so conveyor belt is then going to come around this way. Like this. I'm standing a bit too far away, actually. There we go. All the way to the end.